Had to make sure the truck was on. I couldn't even hear it. Hello everybody, my name is Darkwater and welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2. And we are in a Renault E-Tech 100% electric semi-truck. That's a mouthful. As you guys saw in the first trip, right before this, we're on our second trip here. Wanted to showcase this truck right off the get-go to kind of, I guess, figure out its quirks, because it's definitely got some. We are in Zurich, Switzerland, and we're going to be going to Strasbourg, France. And we are taking the Renault E-Truck, is what I'm going to call it, and see how it does. So, there we are. Alright, just messing around with the buttons. The truck is running. Our parking brake is engaged, I think. Make sure our lights are on. Not that button. There we go. This truck does not have a transmission retarder. Found that out the hard way. Also, I'm going to explain a little bit, if I can talk right, a little bit about this truck. Something that, as you guys witnessed right before doing this second run here, we had a bit of a mishap. I don't know. I can't talk. It's late. Anyway, typically, so I run on a pretty realistic setting. I run with air brake simulation, fuel economy, all that stuff. Full disclaimer, we are playing with a mod right now that is a custom realistic economy mod, so we don't get that much per load anyway. This only pays out 143 euros. Gotta change that. 122 euros. So, hey, that's something new. I actually didn't know that. It has the proper exchange rate. That's interesting. Anyway, well, maybe not proper. I don't know if it's proper or not. But anyway, as you guys noticed, we ran out of air during our last trip. And unlike a diesel truck, which will regenerate air as a truck is running, this truck does not do that because it's electric. I figured out how to do that kind of late, but to simply make sure, if you run out of air, if you're running with the realistic air simulation, if you run out of air, all you got to do is make sure that your truck is in neutral, your parking brake is engaged, and press the gas. You'll hear that noise, and that's what you want to hear. It's very quiet, very subtle, but that will regenerate your air. I found that out the hard way. Additionally, while playing with this truck off camera, kind of getting used to it to do this video to showcase this truck, I found out something very important if you guys use this truck in Euro Truck, especially when it's released to purchase. Right now, SCS does not have this truck available to purchase for your garage because there's no way to support, according to them, the recharging of electric vehicles yet. We are in Zurich, part of the Switzerland rework, and I have to figure out where it's at, but I believe it's right here. We're going to take a detour over here, and I want to show you guys something that they added as we as they prepare to release this truck. So, without further ado, let's get rolling down the road. So this truck is extremely quiet. You can barely even hear it. And in case you guys are wondering how I'm looking around, so freely I am using Track IR. There is no sponsorship, I wish there was, in this video. And I am using the Moza truck sim wheel, as well as an ATS accessories button box. That's as far as my setup is consist of. I do have the Moza shifter and Moza pedals, but as you can tell right off the get-go, we are having trouble braking. And if you guys are using this truck on your own, you might be having the same issue. So I found something out that is very important. Let's pull out the traffic here. And I want to show you guys this. It'll be wrong button. Right there underneath the speedometer, you see that little dial that's going right. That indicates your power. This truck, like a lot of electric vehicles, have a Regen mode, or braking regen. And that's what happens when you press the brake. As you can see, it's going to the left. That is regen. We are slowing down, but very slowly. It requires a lot of braking pressure, we almost read that red light, in order to fully stop. It is very quirky if you're not used to it. Also, this truck has a lot of torque on the low end. Well, I don't know if it's actually multiple gears. I don't know the whole technical of this truck. Typically, most electrical vehicles don't have multiple gears, but it could be possible because it looks like it does have multiple gears, so I don't know what it is. So it does look like it has multiple gears because it is shifting. I do hear the air sounds. So, speed limit is 50 kilometers, so we'll get up to 50 real quick. And I want to show you guys something. So, I have my foot about halfway on the brake, and I'm coming to a very slow, long stop. The more I put, the more the regen is, but my deceleration stays about the same. I'll just get back up to speed. So I'm about halfway, a little bit more. That's when it starts getting about 75% of the pressure is when it starts to slow down significantly more. And then when you jam your foot on the brake, that's when you actually stop. If you're not used to that, especially if you're coming from a second vehicle, let me engage my trailer brake. This is another thing I noticed. I don't know why it does this, but if you ever have that issue, just shift it out of gear and shift it back. Sometimes you can get away. I thought we were on a hill and didn't want to do it. But we actually want to pull up our map because we want to reroute ourselves to over here. So I wanted to showcase this to you. So we're going to do a little bit of testing. That's annoying. So as we're coming down the off-ramp, as we're engaging the brake, but we're not really slowing down until we get to about here. And my foot I know I don't have a camera, but my foot was almost to the 100% margin of my pedals. So, and I do have load cell pedals. I don't know if that makes a difference, but as you can tell from the dash, my foot is very much on the brake. So it is registering that I am applying a lot of brake. That's where we got stuck before. Ran out of air. So we'll get up to 50. I really wish they made that speedometer, the speed limit, a bit bigger. Or put it on the right, because that would make it a lot nicer, so you can actually see it. Alright, so I'll zoom in again. As you can tell, oh, make sure we get on the right, off on the right one. So as you can tell, I'm applying a decent amount of brake. Not quite at full braking, but that's quite a lot. And I am running 100% braking power. Stock SCS settings, braking power. I do have the truck settings, the suspension and all that stuff minimized, just that's my preference, but that's not relevant to this. So I'll get up to 80. And we're going to take this exit on the right. So I'll show you guys. It's a bit hard to do, but I have my foot pretty down on the pedal, and I am barely slowing down. This is very hard to do, by the way. And that's the problem with this truck. But if you put your foot completely onto the brake pedal, you do stop. It just requires a lot more force and a lot further travel for the brake. In just a moment, I will show you guys a workaround for that using a feature of this truck that I recommend everyone use if you're gonna use this truck in quick jobs or when it releases. But something that I noticed while experimenting and driving around is with this truck stop in Zurich. You come in here, notice that the pumps do not have any in-game marker to fill up. They just don't have it. This truck does not take gas, therefore that marker does not apply to this truck. And I do have all game elements on. But what I've noticed is if I come through here, his SCS software, the map team, put in charging stations in this gas station. Now, I don't know how that system will work, what their intentions are, but it is a sign that they are attempting to add those, and they would have to do a lot of it in order to make this truck work, in order to purchase for your fleet, for your garage, outside of quick jobs. So we'll go back this way, and we'll get on the highway. And then I'm going to show you guys a little trick. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of this run, this doesn't have a transmission retarder like most European trucks do. American trucks don't have transmission retarders, or if they do, it's very rare and not as common. From what research I've gathered for this. So, but as this doesn't have a transmission retarder, it does have an engine retarder right there, that stick. So what you guys want to do is, in order to effectively slow down and stop in a controlled manner without having to jam your foot on the brake every single time, is you're going to want to turn that engine brake either on manual mode, like I have it, or an automatic application with the brake. In order to do that, what you do, and I'll show you guys real quick, go to your options, gameplay, and you're going to go to, where is that setting? Automatic engine brake. If you turn that on, as you hit the brake, it'll slow down. But the problem with that is that you don't get any of the regen, because every time you hit the brake, the engine brake will come on. I personally like it to, I'm going to be in this left lane. Traffic's just zooming by. Do I want to be in? Yes, I want to be in this left lane. Alright, this truck is letting me over. Okay. So, I'm going to pick a spot, and I would do this on the test track. Unfortunately, this is a brand new profile. As you can tell, I was applying the brake again, and I wasn't slowing down anywhere near as much. At all, even. I wasn't even slowing down at all. So, I will show you, once we get on this next interchange here, the 3 different modes of engine braking power to use with this truck. Just that way you guys will be able to slow down. Make sure you give yourself plenty of room. If you notice traffic is slowing down, slow down. But this engine brake, or engine braking on this truck, battery braking, I don't know, engine braking, definitely makes a huge difference when trying to slow down in this thing. So, as you can tell, this truck is really quiet, even through these tunnels. Roll down the windows here. Very quiet truck. Very, very, very quiet truck. Alright. Try to find a straightaway so that way we don't have to worry about it. Looks like we got a border crossing, so we're gonna have to wait a minute. But I'll actually engage level 1 of this engine braking. I'll show you guys. And this is no braking, just engine braking. I'm not using the actual brake itself. So this is stage 1. This is stage 2. And stage 3. We'll go back to stage 1. We'll turn it off just so we don't stop traffic. Beautiful area. I love the rework of Switzerland. Absolutely love it. Never been in real life, but always wanted to go. So engage that engine brake again to slow down. Don't need our blinker on. And we turn it off. And even at low speeds, like as we're coming up to this checkpoint, having that engaged on the very first level makes a big difference. If you have it on the too high level, you notice it's a little too powerful. But to have it on the first stage actually is nice when you're low level, just cruising in stop and go traffic. And we made a wrong turn, so we gotta turn around. I'm not used to this yet, so. Okay, I think I made a boo-boo. We're just gonna cut through here. Alright. I'm really confused on where I'm supposed to... Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. So you have to go around in order to go this way. This is so confusing. But as you guys can tell, I am slowing down a lot faster without even having to use the brake. Alright. Alright, there we are. Turn that off. So this is without the engine brake on. As you can see, no, I do not have my foot on the gas or the brake, and we're just coasting at speed. The moment I turn that on, we immediately start slowing down. So that definitely helps with low speed application as well, to keep your speed under control. And then you can just turn it off when necessary. You can select a button to have it programmed, or you can have it on the automatic engine braking setting. Alright. So we're going to go this way. It makes a massive difference using that compared to trying to just brake using the pedal. I believe it's 90. It is. We'll even set our cruise control. Maintain our lane. Maintain our lane. Ooh. That is the first. I'm running out of air. So, show you guys again, since I've ran out of air. I have it in neutral, I have the parking brake on, and I have my foot on the gas, and we're building air pressure. If I don't have my foot on the gas, we do not build air pressure. Or if we do, it's very low. That was weird. I've never had that happen before, so... That was really weird. Oh, okay, okay. And that's another problem that I noticed, is if you don't use engine braking, you rely too much on the brake, and then I feel like the brakes are all or nothing. Essentially, with how they are, without using the engine brake. If you just use the pedal, once you reach that threshold that you actually start slowing down, it feels like it's all or nothing. So, it's a really great tool to use the engine braking to maintain and slow down. You can set it up however you want for buttons, but I recommend definitely do that if you're going to use this truck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn our cruise control off, and I'll have max engine brake. As you can hear it, and as you see it all the way down there. So we are getting regen from the engine brake. I don't think it loses air. I hope it doesn't. Oh, we're not using air. And then we'll slow the engine brake down, turn it off even. I'll leave it on actually. Stage 2 is kind of the good one. Stage 3 is kind of if you need to come to a halt on the highway. Stage 1 is great for inner city. Yeah, so we're at stage 2, and as you can see, it's much more controllable. I don't even have to put my foot on the brake, and we're coming to a nice, controlled, slow speed. And then if I do want to slow down or stop, I can put my foot on the brake. But it's also a great way to conserve your air. So that way you don't get depleted on the highway like we just had happen. So here, put it on stage 1. Now they're in the city. And I'll only engage it when I need to. I do have another button that will engage maximum engine brake. You can set that up. I have it on my toggle switch on my shifter right now because I'm not using a manual transmission. Looks like it's a 10-speed in this, so gotta yield. So we'll engine brake down. And we'll stop. After this train, we can get. Okay, did that again. After this officer, we can go. There we are. All right. So, just a comparison, this is without it. So as you can tell, we are coasting, we're maintaining the speed that we're at within 1 or 2 kilometers per hour. Very easy to increase our speed. And then when we want to slow down, we'll just engage the engine brake and we come to a pretty much a halt. So you turn it on and off, makes it a lot easier. I'd even use it when backing, otherwise, as you guys will see here in a moment, it gets very torquey, very fast. And it keeps speed up, so if you don't stay on top of your trailer movements, it is a little hard, it'll get away from you. And additionally, where is that train? Oh, there it is. That was a weird horn. Anyway, and then if you engage the engine brake while braking, you don't have to worry about the trailer getting away from you, because you'll always come to that nice slow stop. there we are. Pull our parking brake. Turn that off. Turn that off. So that'll do it for this delivery. Bear with me, guys. And we're going to go to the Scania test track. And I'll see you then. And welcome back. So we are at the Scania, or Scania, whatever you want to pronounce it. I don't know the actual pronunciation. I think it's Scania. We are at the Demo Center to test this Renault E-Truck to see how well it performs. So we're going to do a couple of tests with this. We're going to do a basic speed test, and then we're going to do the braking test, both with, we're going to do probably 4 tests with the braking. Do one without the engine brake, and then do one at each stage just to see the difference. We'll do probably full brake. I don't really know a good way to do that, but probably full braking just to see how much braking pressure it gets. And then we'll go on a high speed run, and then we'll finish with some off-roading. So the test center is located in Södertälje, just south of Stockholm, Sweden. I will let you guys figure it out where it's at on your own. I am not going to show you. I'm not going to showcase the map. I'll let you guys figure it out. And that looks like an electrical charging station. But I don't think we can use it. Anyway, let's get to testing. So make sure our lights are on before entering the test track. First thing we're going to do is a full speed test. Looks like we're going to be doing some rain. Possibly? Yeah, looks like it's just starting to rain. So this will be fun, doing the testing in the rain. We will not be doing the testing or the brake testing in the rain, just because the rain, the wet roads does impact your braking by a lot. We might actually, you know, I'll showcase that just so you guys are well aware. Oh, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I thought it was a sharp bend. Now that one is. That's a hairpin turn. Might have to use some of my trailer brake. Wow, it is really pouring. On my windowsill. Don't want to get wet. Getting up to 100 kilometers an hour. Look at that. We are going to have to watch this curve up ahead. Oh, yeah, we're sliding. We're sliding. Brake, brake, brake. Oh, okay. I'm starting to feel myself lose control. I do have a button mapped to my trailer brake, so I can use that to help slow us down. Which I'm probably going to have to use right here. That's better. Still sliding. Yeah, hydroplaning a little bit. Whoa, okay. We'll gauge our brake right here. Alright. We're going to get up to 65 or 60 and full brake. Oh, I really didn't want to stop. ABS kicked in. So it's kind of set a benchmark of this is what stops in the rain. So we're going to measure by the dash marks. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up 9 3/4. If we want to go by where the tires, I'm going to go by where the front bumper is. So I'm going to say that's 10. So 10 units of measurement enter here, or insert here. That's what we're going to go by. Obviously with the rain, it does affect your braking. So this is just a baseline in the rain. We'll get another baseline reading, and then we'll do engine braking in combination with regular brake. One thing to note is that if you're going to use just the engine brake, you do slow down, but you don't fully stop unless you're on stage 3. Stage 1, you'll just keep rolling. Stage 2, you'll slow down and then eventually come to a stop, and then stage 3, you come to a complete stop. Relatively, in about half the distance is stage 2. But it's always recommended to use your actual foot brake. So we'll get started on this again. Hopefully the rain clears up. So with the rain stopped, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get up to about 65. And full brake. Alright, so we are at the 8.5 mark. So not great. We definitely want to do better. So that was without engine brake. Fast. And let's see where we ended up. That was stage 1 engine brake, so a little bit past. So a little bit worse than just using the regular foot brake, but I think I was a little bit late on applying it, and we were going a little bit quicker. Not by much. 65. Brake. Alright, so that was just past 8. So, making a big difference. About the size of a car. So, we're going to engage stage 3. And the last test, what we're going to do for maximum braking is we're talking max engine braking, full brake, and trailer brake, and see how that compares to all of the other tests. And brake. Major difference. The 7th one, just before the 7th. So that is a major difference between the baseline and stage 1 and even stage 2. Alright. Make sure we don't run out of battery. I'll show you guys too. I just found out this while trying to record this. I'll show you guys what happens when you run out of the battery, because that's actually pretty interesting. Trailer brake. Alright, and that was with full brake. So let's say 6.5. So that's with everything. That's with full power foot brake, full power engine brake, and trailer brake. go red trail. Ooh, looks like red trail's a hill. Oh, no trucks. Well, we're gonna go this way anyway. Oh, okay. This is gonna be a challenge. Oh, can it do it? Can it? Oh, okay. Hold that. We're gonna engage diff lock. Oh, we're sliding. Parking brake's not even holding. Okay, there. How it is. We'll also engage trailer brake. Where's diff lock? I can't tell if we have diff lock on. I don't think we have a diff lock. Well, that's gonna suck. Yep. We do have diff lock. Okay, come on. We're not making it. Yeah, we're not making it. Maybe if we get the trailer landing gear. Oh! I have full trailer brake on and we're still sliding. Oh, we're jackknifing. Oh, yeah, there it is. We're sliding. Wow, that happened. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think there is something there. Just like that, we made it. I totally didn't use a developer command for that at all. Alright, let's have a little bit of fun. How fast can we go off-road? And still keep her upright. Ooh, okay. That was fun. Okay, not this. Not that way. Alright, we're getting dangerously low on charge. So, now that we had our fun off-roading, I'll show you guys what this truck does. Ooh, what's that? When we flip. Do you want to tell him? Or should I?
You can't park there, sir.
Oh. I feel like if our boss finds out about this, we're probably going to get fired. So that happened. Alright. Let's continue on like nothing ever happened, right? This thing has so much torque that it can even go with the parking brake engaged. this is with the parking brake. Wow. Okay, and we're just going to drive until we run out of battery. Oh, we kept it upright that time. We kept it upright. That was close, but we kept her upright, so we're good. And there it is. No power steering. Dash is flashing. We are out of battery power. So every time I put my foot on the gas pedal or accelerator, the dash comes back on, but you don't have the dash. As you can see, I wonder if it does a readout. Everything's just flashing. Oh, there's our battery readout. So it's like it's constantly trying to restart and it's just not. So that is what happens when you run out of battery. Thankfully, there is the option to do an emergency recharge, and that does work. I don't know how long 100 kilowatt hours will get you, but it might be able to get you to your destination. Ignore the damage. We had a bit of fun at this demo center. That'll do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the start of a new series, playing Euro Truck Simulator 2. The next video will be a bit more realistic. This was a fun video to make. I've had a lot of fun trying this truck out, putting it through its paces, wrecking it a couple times, but overall, pretty fun. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.